Hi. So in English right now, we're doing speeches about education and kind of just like about the way we've perceived our past 13 years of education. And a bunch of people presented today, but I didn't, so I'm presenting on Monday. So I just kind of wanted to, I wanted to, we have to rehearse our speeches and like make sure that they're between 4 and 5 minutes. So that was kind of what I was going for here. Instead of practicing in front of a mirror, I guess I could practice here so I wouldn't have to concentrate on looking at myself and reading the speech at the same time. I could just read it, be myself, and then I could watch it back. And then I decided, hey, why not make a video? So I'm going to read you my speech, and this is a really rough draft because I haven't finished it yet. That's why I'm going on Monday. But yeah, this is my speech so far. And just keep in mind that it's a rough draft, and I'm gonna fix a couple things. But yeah, here goes. It's called Education Speech. That's the title. I don't know if you can read it. You probably can't. Okay. So, here we go. Ever since we were shoved into the school system as little kids, we've actually subtly been taught. I'm gonna start over. Okay, we are starting at 1 minute and 40 seconds. Go. Ever since we were shoved into the school system as little kids, we've actually subtly been taught to conform. To be honest, over the years I've realized that almost everything about school actually encourages conformity. Think about it. Sports teams, cliques, separation by activities, we all have to learn the same thing, take the same tests, and we all have to learn at the same pace, regardless of individual interests or ways of learning. It seems silly, and looking back on my high school years, I think I've learned and accomplished more on my own, and from my experiences, than from what I've gained from my formal education. In fact, I think sitting in school for almost 8 hours and then coming home to more schoolwork is an enormous waste of my time. Time that I could be spending on something more valuable, like sleep for one thing, or time I could spend with my family, or reading, or researching something I'm interested in, or time I could spend practicing my oboe. That's what I'd rather be doing right now, at least. Up until high school, I think the elementary and middle school years were necessary. I got my basics down from math to science, history, art, English, music, maybe even a little extra here and there. Everything I've learned in high school, though, I feel as if I could have just learned on my own, in the best way that works for me, and on my own pace. Some of you might not believe me, but if I just had 3 or 4 elective classes and then 3 hours of resource time to do whatever I wanted and see any teacher, instead of 8 exhaustive hours of structured classes, I could be reading A Witness to Hope, a biography of Pope John Paul II, or I could be seeing a teacher to learn about calc or chemistry. Those are the things I'd like to learn about. Give me the time, eliminate the homework, and I promise you, I will learn. Only it will be what I want, at my own pace, and in a way that will increase my interest in and learning of the subject. I never realized until this year how big a waste of my time homework is. This year, I signed up for a class I would have never signed up for, apart from the fact that it's my senior year, I need the credit to graduate, and I heard it was an easy blow-off class. Anthropology. It's pretty much true that it's an easy class. All of our tests are take-home, and we're told that we're actually allowed to cheat and share and discuss our answers with classmates or other resources. But the best part of the class for me? No homework. The funny thing is, though, the fact that I'm now not required to do homework for that class actually makes me want to do my own learning and further investigate this subject. Earlier this year, we learned about 2 famous anthropologists, Margaret Mead and Derek Freeman. There's a tremendous controversy that surrounds the vastly different observations these 2 researchers had of the same culture. One saw it as an open and loving environment, whereas the other saw it as a hostile and violent group of people. We watched a quick documentary about it in class, had a discussion, and then moved on. But I wasn't satisfied. I wanted to know more. So when I went home that afternoon, I got on the computer and started to do some research of my own about the whole thing. Our teacher hadn't given an assignment, No one told me to do it. I was genuinely interested and motivated to learn on my own. And I think the fact that I wasn't told by a teacher to do it was a big part of that. And that's not the only thing I found cool about me doing work on my own. Since I wasn't restricted to completing a worksheet or sticking to guidelines, I kind of mixed my own interests in there. Call me a dork, but I have a slight obsession with astrology. After reading about the Mead and Dare controversy, I looked a little bit into both of their zodiac signs and horoscopes to see if astrology could explain some of their actions and behaviors in the whole scandal. I guess this just goes to prove my point that give me time and I will do my own learning. If you ask me if my formal education has helped to shape me into a non-conforming, unique individual with an original spirit and strong values and morals, if you ask me if my formal education has taught me what's important and how to live and how to die, the answer will be a pretty solid no. I've done that for myself. If you ask me, I'll say, ask not what your school can do for you, but what you can do for yourself. Thank you. I don't even know where I started that. Did I say 140? Yeah. So that was like a good 5 minutes. Good. That's my time constraint. Okay. Constraintment, restriction, I don't know, whatever. Anyways, yar. So that's my speech. I know that I realize this is probably gonna make that that is probably gonna make this a long video, but that's okay. I wanted you to hear it. And if you have any suggestions, let me know, please. Obviously, that's my rough draft still. So yeah, and that's in response to some quote that she gave us that was kind of like to stimulate what we wanted to write about, or stimulate our thinking about, or I don't know, whatever. Anyways, the quote is by John Taylor Gatto, I don't know how to say it. And the quote is, "Whatever education is, it should make you a unique individual, not a conformist. It should furnish you with an original spirit with which to tackle the big challenges. It should allow you to find values which will be your roadmap through life. It should make you spiritually rich, a person who loves whatever you are doing, wherever you are, whomever you are with. It should teach you what is important, how to live and how to die." So that's kind of where like the last part of my speech came in. But yeah, that was that, and yeah, tell me what you think. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Today is Thursday, and I came into school thinking it was Friday, but it wasn't. It's okay. Because tomorrow's Friday. And I actually told people that I thought it was Friday. Like, not that I, thought it was Friday, but it's actually Thursday. I was like, yeah, today's Friday, so, I get to go home tonight and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, today's Thursday. And I got really sad. But yeah, this is a long video now. Okay. So the speech was in response to that quote, and that was my speech, and I hope that you liked it, and let me know if you have any suggestions. Okay, cool. I'll talk to you later. Bye.